This is the YOLOWAY YR20 electric off-road bike. My honest first impression, it looks and behaves more like a mini electric motorcycle than a bicycle, and I mean that in a good way. I bought it for throttle-first riding, not cardio, and it immediately set the tone as a rugged, steel-framed runabout with real punch. On looks and feel, the stance is low, long, and planted. The 20 by 4-inch fat tires give it a bulldog posture and a ton of grip on loose stuff. The dual crown fork adds to the moto vibe and stiffens the front end. The bench seat is long and firm. I can slide forward for tight turns or scoot back for stability on bumps, and it even leaves room for an occasional short hop with a passenger. The frame is high-tensile steel, and I can feel the weight when I lift it, but on the road that mass makes it ride solid and quiet, soaking up buzz that aluminum frames usually pass into your spine. Welds look strong, if not pretty. The fenders are plastic. They do the job, but they flex and wobble more than I'd like on choppy trails. The cockpit is busy in a familiar way. Throttle, 7-speed shifter, hydraulic brake levers, light and signal controls, and a center LCD. The display is easy to read in the day, overly bright at night, and I had to dig into settings to dim it manually. The headlight has a nice halo ring, but the beam is more of a spot than a flood. So I added a small bar light for better near-field coverage. From my experience, assembly took about half an hour. The bike comes mostly together, but I still installed the front wheel, the bar, pedals, and aligned the calipers. I always do a full bolt check on new e-bikes, and I found a few loose fasteners on the kickstand and one rotor bolt that needed torque. Cable management inside the controller bay is functional but messy. One thing to watch: the brake cutoff wires are a little tight near the head tube. If you crank the bar to full lock, you can stress them. I rerouted and added a tiny bit of slack. Once rolling, the 1,000-watt nominal hub motor with a 2,000-watt peak hits hard. Think instant shove off the line. If torque is the pulling force that gets you moving, this one has plenty, and it keeps a steady push on hills. I weigh just under 180 pounds, and on flat pavement, I saw 30 to 32 miles per hour on a full charge. As the battery drops below half, top speed tapers a bit, which is normal. On climbs that usually make 750-watt bikes wheeze, the YR20 powered up with throttle only. After repeated hill runs, the motor felt warm to the touch, nothing alarming. The 48V 20-amp-hour removable battery is the right match for this platform. The spec sheet says up to 80-plus miles. In my opinion, that's a best-case, slow-roll number. Riding how this bike tempts me to ride, throttle heavy at 20 to 28 miles per hour with some hills, I got 30 to 40 miles. If I keep it to low assist around 10 to 12 miles per hour, the range stretches a lot, but that's not why I bought a 2,000-watt peak rig. Charging from low took roughly 6 hours with the included charger, which is reasonable. I did notice voltage sag under hard acceleration. Battery bars drop a notch or two and bounce back when I let off. So I learned to check resting voltage if I want a truer read on remaining range. Suspension is comfortable for daily use. The fork softens square edge hits and curb drops, but it rebounds a little fast, so it can feel springy if I hammer through repeated bumps. The rear coil shock smooths potholes and washboard, but will bottom if I land a bigger jump. Running the tires at 18 to 22 psi transformed the ride. The big casings act as extra suspension and improve traction on gravel, sand, and snow. Hydraulic discs with 180mm rotors are the right call here. Modulation is predictable. Bite is strong, and panic stops feel controlled. I can lock the rear for loose surface slides and keep the front just shy of lockup on pavement. Pedaling is fine for starts and low speeds, but let me keep it real. This is a throttle bike. The seat height is fixed, the geometry is crank forward, and the gearing is too low for speeds past the high teens. Above around 18 to 20 miles per hour, I hit ghost pedaling, where the pedals spin without real resistance. I treat the pedals as footrests once I'm moving fast, and let the motor do the work. If you want a fitness ride, this isn't it. Key features that matter most to me are the 2,000-watt peak motor for quick launches, the 48-volt, 20-amp-hour removable battery for real-world, 30-plus mile rides at fun speeds, the 20 by 4-inch fat tires that float on soft surfaces, and the hydraulic brakes that keep the extra mass in check. Cruise control is handy on long stretches, and having both pedal assist and throttle gives me flexibility around bike paths. The integrated turn signals and brake light make me feel legit in traffic without strapping on separate lights. The included phone holder is small but useful for maps, and it keeps everything clean on the bars. The parts of the experience that stand out day to day are the stability and comfort. Heavy wheels give me gyroscopic stability at 25 to 30 miles per hour, so the bike tracks straight and resists twitchy inputs. The flip side is that it doesn't flick into corners like a lightweight MTB. I use a gentle push on the bar to lean it, like a small moto. The steel frame helps with a quieter ride and confidence over rough alleys. The bench seat, firm as it is, stays comfortable for an hour or more because it doesn't collapse. And the overall presence on the road makes cars notice me, which is priceless. There are quirks. The plastic fenders do wobble off-road. The display needs a night mode. The headlight beam pattern is too focused. The wiring could be tidier, and I wish the brake sensor leads had more slack from the factory. Range claims are optimistic unless you ride slow. None of these are deal breakers for me, but they're worth knowing if you're new to e-mopeds. If you're curious about peak versus nominal power, think of nominal as the steady, all-day rating, about 1,000 watts here, and peak as a short boost. The controller allows for stronger starts. It's perfect for riders who want a simple, tough, throttle-happy commuter that doubles as a weekend trail explorer. I use it for quick grocery runs, beach paths, fire roads, and ripping across town without showing up sweaty. From my experience, the YR20 shines on mixed surfaces, bad pavement, and anywhere you want a quiet, low-maintenance ride with real punch. I'd recommend this for DIY-capable owners who don't mind checking bolts, who want a mini-moto feel with e-bike simplicity, and who value comfort and stability over lightweight and pedal efficiency. In my opinion, the value is strong. The performance, the 48-volt 20-amp-hour battery, hydraulic brakes, full lighting, and that solid steel chassis deliver more speed and grin factor than I expected at this price. Just go in with eyes open about the weight, the pedal limitations, and the small quality control things you should start on day one. In conclusion, the YOLOWAY YR20 is a throttle-first electric moped disguised as an e-bike, and that's exactly why I like it. It flattens hills, eats rough streets, and turns a boring commute into something I look forward to. If you want to work out, look elsewhere. If you want fast, stable, and fun with room to personalize, this is the one I'd buy again. I will post full information about the YOLOWAY YR20 electric off-road bike for adults in the comments section. See you in the following videos.